Hey there, Tyler here with the Kingdom's homemade trading card game, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a deck profile of the neutral deck. This featured card is Boris of 100 Fists, which is a neutral battle card. This card was released as the 100 subscriber special card, and so let's go ahead and jump into the deck profile. Alright, so here is the neutral deck. You can see on the start or the cover of the deck, I have Boris of 100 Fists. Again, like I showed at the beginning of the video. Just love how the foil looks for this and just kind of the extra design. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump what's into the deck. I'm going to go ahead and just set the deck kind of over here, and then I'll grab the cards as I'm going into it. So for starters, I have two Boris of 100 Fists. I just really like this card, and you know, if you can have 100 health on your sacred, you can bring it out for free, so that's pretty cool. Next, I run 3 veteran soldiers. Neutrals don't have a lot of high hitting cards right now. This is kind of the best attacker that they have, unless they can use some of their neutral spells, so that's why I have this card in the deck. Let's go ahead and separate these into the 3. Next, I have 3 outpost towers. I will also mention that I have multiple decks that I have built, so I am just simply using the cards that I have available. I would have probably opted to use Temple Teacher, but nonetheless, Outpost Tower is still pretty good, so that is why I run 3 of those. That is a big thing for this deck. It does struggle a wee bit with card draw. Next, I do run 2 Training Masters. Training Master is great for just having a decent attack in phase 2, but also being able to make your cards a little bit better. I do run, even though this is my neutral deck, I do use the Village of Glass. I feel like that kind of counts as neutrals, especially because it can be used by all 3 spirits. Feels neutral to me. I run this one because you can search your fortress for a neutral card, and which is really great for just having some neutral card search. So that is why I have that one. Because this deck struggles with card draw, I am running Trap the Mapmaker for the report ability to be able to look at my deck when I play this card at the top card, and if I don't like it, I can put it at the bottom, which all the times that I've played with this deck, that has come in importantly. Next, I have Stalop, Master of Sense, and this is great just because there are actually a fair amount of spells in this deck, and again, that report ability comes in nice and importantly. For battle cards, still continuing, I have Disciplined Soldier. This is just a good 500. Again, a lot of neutral cards are pretty vanilla, so you're just kind of doing what you can. Actually, when I did the first Kingdoms tournament ever, the first place deck actually used 3 of these because it's a cost to 300. Now, as with any game, you know, game progresses in what is considered meta. I don't know if this card would be considered meta anymore, but at least for a little bit, it was definitely a good card. Next, I have 2 Chariot Riders. Now, if you're paying attention, you can see that this one has 600, this one has 500. This is the updated version. Not many people have this 500 version, so this is just a slightly better Disciplined Soldier with 600, 500 attack. And again, it's just because you need some cards to attack with. I do have Tradesman in here. This is kind of a good quote-unquote defensive card, especially if you have Skylight Fountain as your sacred, and this card can actually generate some extra magicka bonus, which is helpful. I do have 1 copy of Glass, and I think that partly is because this is all I had access to. Sometimes people don't attack this card, and so if you're able to leave this on the field for a couple turns, it can actually give you a lot of value by being able to look at a couple cards on your fortress and getting rid of them, so I run 1 of those. And then again, because of cards that I had available, and I just was trying to put the best neutral cards at my disposal on the deck, I do run 1 Mighty War Elephant, just to have a pretty good card on the field. Next, in terms of spells, again, I was just using what I have. I run 3 Unknown Powers, which gives you plus 200 attack for a battle card. It only costs 2 magicka, and so this card is very important to the deck. I do run 2 Empowers. I probably would opt to run 3 and then run 2 Empowers, but this gives you plus 200, so definitely the far superior spell, but important to have. Next, I run 2 Fall Preps. This came out in a holiday pack, and this allows you to discard X cards and then draw X cards. And so this is just some way to generate some type of card draw. Now you'll see that I am sending some cards to the graveyard, which isn't the best for the neutral deck. So that's why I did include the card reshuffle, giving you the ability to draw 3 random cards from your graveyard and shuffle them back into your fortress. And then that's why I also do run 1 Summoner's Call. So if there's one card that's really important to me, maybe I need that Mighty War Elephant again, maybe that Veteran Soldier, or maybe even Glast to start digging through the deck again. That's why I have that. Now in terms of tokens, this deck actually has the ability to generate a lot of magicka, and that is for a couple of reasons. Firstly, as per usual, I run 2 3s. So that's pretty typical. Next, now this is a pretty exclusive version of this token. This token did come out in set 2, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. But this gives you +2 magicka at the beginning of your counter phase, depending on how many battle cards you have, neutral battle cards you have on the field. So this token can give you up to 10 magicka per turn, which is absolutely crazy. And then what makes this the tokens in this deck even better is that I do run 1 Nanny Goat, which Nanny Goat is very good in terms of competitive play. And then I do run Cornucopia. Now this one is a misprint. This has gift 5. It technically is a gift 2, but this token also gives you a 3rd token slot. So you know, it's giving you an extra 2 magicka. I do wonder if this token really is that good, because you have to spend 5 to only get 2, and then maybe you don't get another token. But nonetheless, I put that in here to give me plenty of magicka to play all my cards. And that can sometimes be the issue for the deck, is you actually have so much magicka that you're able to play all your cards, and then you struggle with card draw. And so I guess to remedy that, that is why I do include Central Palace and Marketplace as some of my sacreds. I know this one benefits my opponent, but for me, I value the card draw so much that that's why I do that. And then that's why I do include Marketplace as well. People still, I remember when the game first started, people did not like Marketplace, but now some people keep it in their sacred deck. They really do like Marketplace. And then in terms of the other sacreds that I do include, I have Amber Monument, simply for magicka bonus, Skylight Fountain, because you want to run this one, especially for your phase 3. And then I do run 1 Schwall Waterfall. So that is the neutral deck profile. I'm curious, let me know what you think of this deck in the comment section below. I have mentioned in another video that with the addition of set 3, the neutral deck I think has a greater potential to actually be a competitively viable deck, though it might not be top tier such as Linford and Clued Ace. I do want to end this video with a Bible talk and just simply encouraging you to make sure you are spending time with God and learning to love Him. At the end of the day, He is all that matters, and sometimes I ask myself, what is my life oriented around? Is it oriented around myself, or is it oriented around Him? And I think, unfortunately, sometimes it's a little too much oriented around myself and what I want to do, the things I enjoy, all the things I want to do. But what does God want me to do? Yeah, God wants me to enjoy this life. He made this world for me to enjoy. He made this world for you to enjoy. But God really wants us to enjoy Him. So let's learn how to do that. Let's get better at that. But thankfully, God is loving. He is patient. And His love is perfect while ours is not. So He understands that His relationship with us can be a wee bit complicated sometimes. Anything that I want you to know about is in the description box below, as well as in the end card around my little square. Whatever time of the day that you're watching this, whether it be the morning, evening, or night, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks.